Hello everybody, Stormzinc back again. This time I want to talk about a topic that was brought to my attention in my last video. In my last video I explained my personal feelings toward getting exclusive games and getting multi-platform games for the next gen consoles. And within that video, a friend of mine left a comment, Tenfiabis, which I'm going to read right now. Hey man, quick question. Do you think the PS4 is coming out too early? Period, question mark. And I decided I'm going to do a separate video and just talk about this whole topic and give my opinion on the next gen consoles coming out. Specifically more on PS4 rather than the Xbox One. PS2 came out in 2000. The PS3 came out November 17, 2006. That is a 6-year lifespan for the PS2 and the PS3. That's a lifespan between the PS2 until the next gen. The PS4 is coming out in November 15th this year, which is 2013. That's a 7-year gap. That's a 7-year lifespan for the PS3. So it's actually 1 year later than the PS2's lifespan. It doesn't feel that way, but it's actually a longer lifespan than it was for the PS2. To answer Tenfiabis' question, I feel, personally, this is my personal feeling, is I do feel that the PS4 is kind of coming out a little too early. I would like to see the PS4 come out maybe next year, instead of coming out this year, maybe next holiday season. It just feels like it feels like to me that the PS3 just started hitting its peak. I mean, it was just starting to get popularity. But then I have different views of this. I mean, I can look at it several different ways. Yeah, I feel like it's too soon. I feel like PS3 is just starting to hit its peak. I know several people who are just now getting PlayStation 3s. And now we're getting hit with the PS4. But on the other side of that coin, if you look at it, some of the best games we have on the PlayStation, there's been 3 of them already. Uncharted, there's been Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. Not God of War, because God of War 1 and 2 was on PlayStation 2, but Resistance 1, 2, and 3. Infamous 1, 2. So, really, this is no different than on the PlayStation when you had other franchise games that had a long lifespan on the PlayStation 2. So if you look at it at the game aspect, it's about time to go to another generation in order to take your game, your software to another level, because there's only so much you can do on the PlayStation 3 hardware. I think a good example of that was for the Xbox 360. Halo 4 maxed out what you could do on that hardware. I mean, the graphics for Halo 4 was phenomenal. I mean, some scenes, you swear it's a live action scene. That is the max you're going to get out of the Xbox 360. So, it makes sense for Microsoft to go with the Xbox One. With the PlayStation 4, I mean, what more can you do with the Uncharted series on the PlayStation 3? What more can you do with the Resistance series? God of War, I mean, we had God of War 3, and we have God of War Session. I mean, there's not really much more you can do with the God of War series that we haven't already seen on the PS3. So in that aspect and the software aspect, yeah, I think it's time for the developers to have a little more ability, a little more freedom to let's start working on this next gen, have better hardware and a lot more stuff to do. But as just a fan of the consoles, I mean, it's like you turn around and boom, it's time for a next-gen console. And I know it's been 7 years since the launch of PlayStation 3, but it doesn't feel like it. Like I said, I have friends that are just now starting to get PlayStation 3s, and now we got the PS4 coming out. But to be fair, a lot of stuff they're introducing with the PlayStation 4 is something that we haven't had already, and I'm actually looking forward to it, such as the in-game chat, the share button where you can record your own videos and upload them. Just a bunch of different things that I really like that's coming out. So, as a consumer, I feel that yes, it is a little too soon. As looking through the eyes of the developers and Sony itself, this gives us a chance to develop better games, because there's only so much we can do with the hardware that we have. So that's my opinion on this topic. Tell me what you think in the comment box below. Also, if you have any ideas for any other topics for future videos, just leave me a personal message, leave me a comment in the box below, and I will be sure, if I do not answer you directly through the comment or message, I will do a video on it, and I will talk about that topic. So, tell me what you think. Until next time, guys, I'm Storms Inc., and that's my opinion.